guys, this is PanDaz, and welcome to my Millennium Falcon speed build. I am very, very nervous to be doing any Star Wars stuff, and the reason why is because Star Wars fans and Star Trek fans are rabid fans. They know everything to a T, and although I am a fan of both genres, especially Star Wars, I don't know all the little details. I tried my best in initial research process for this project, but I already know I messed up and I gotta go fix it when I go back in. I haven't continued with this project as of right now. I will later. But there's going to be discrepancies, especially one of them being that I don't have rounded walls. If you're not familiar with Sims 4 or Sims anything, we've never really had rounded walls before, so I had to do everything in a kind of geometric shape. So that made building even more difficult, just because I had to really think about how the building was going to lay out, because it wasn't going to be perfect. So, and just keep in mind, this isn't going to be exactly Millennium Falcon. I wish it could be, but it won't. It's not possible. But I am going to do my darndest to get it as close as possible. Second of all, I have two parts for this kind of basic build. Usually I keep the basic build in like the first part, so that's out of the way, and then we go into like details and stuff like that. But because it took me so long to build this foundation, I think in initial building time it was 2.5 hours to get it done, so almost as long as the actual film itself, the new one. And the post-edit stuff, it just was going to be way too long of a video. So it's just going to be two parts, almost about 15 minutes each, and I'll roll right into the next video. So you really won't miss much. It picks up right after I stop here. So I think we stop at when I get all these rooms finished, like at least initial layout, and then I move on to like the roof. And then there's a whole bunch of errors that happen in the next video, so that's really like why I wanted to do a voiceover, is because there's a lot I have to explain on what's happening, because I have a feeling that most people who are going to be watching this are not familiar with Sims 4, they're just like curious, so you may not know some of the things that are going on right now. But those who are in Sims 4 and know like what's going on, you're like, yes, like I see like the issues. I'm like, thank you so much, because I struggled so bad. So right now, I am getting kind of like my first rooms built. I keep referencing to my phone. So if you see pauses in the video, I'm like looking at my phone and looking at blueprints. I spent a couple hours looking at blueprints, but I only did like eagle eye blueprints. I never did like physical looking through the ship kind of stuff until after I built this, and I realized that at the end, you'll see at the very end, I put the docking stairs like on the wrong side because I'm an idiot and I forgot that it goes on the side of the ship and not in the middle. So when I get back into the game, I'm going to have to fix it. So right now, I'm trying to I did fix the issue of the whole building being outside. It was because I think I didn't have all my walls closed up, so I fixed that. And this building right here that I'm moving up and around and putting that little wall up, that is like the eating area, like the kind of their couch and stuff where they sit, where Luke trained when he was first becoming a Jedi and stuff. And then that building, the little area in front of it is, oh gosh, what is that? It's like cargo. Like most of these rooms are cargo. So that's kind of boring to make as a Sims house builder. But I don't know. I have plans. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to upload this ship in different parts so that when people want to download this, they can do really whatever they want with it. So when I get this foundation fixed, it's not at the end of this video, but I will go in after and I'm going to fix it. I'm going to upload just the foundation. There's nothing that I've added in the rooms. I've done some cosmetic things to the outside, you will see in the second video, but other than that, I won't do anything, because that leaves some people, if they want to do whatever they want with it, then they don't have to go and delete what I've already made, like decoration wise. They can just take what I have here and just do it, or if they want to fix something, fix it. So I think that would be a great option. And then as I keep going, like I'm going to probably do as best I can to keep it as accurate as possible with the things that I have on The Sims to the actual Millennium Falcon. I can't talk. This is going to be a real big problem with these words. I'm going to upload that when it's finished. So then there's the second phase of Millennium Falcon. And then I think what I want to do after that is kind of give the Millennium Falcon an update. Just making the rooms more functional if somebody wants to live in the Millennium Falcon as a Sims. So I'll give it a little bit of a spruce. I won't change too much of what I already have. I'll just add like couches and beds and entertainment areas and stuff into the game. And I think with that final phase, I might open it up from the base game, because everything that I'm building right now, I am trying to keep it base game only, because many people don't have like all the expansion packs. They can't afford it, or they just don't have it. So I want this to be available for everybody. So for the first two phases, they're going to be available for anyone, because it'll be just base game stuff. But then I think the third phase, I'm going to put some actual like stuff, extension packs in there, just so I have more options to play around with what I have, and to kind of reward me for doing all this, because this is going to be crazy. I have been so nervous to do this, because I have already put up Star Wars videos already, like Create a Sims Star Wars videos, and I already have like dislikes because people are so picky. Like, okay, if you don't know this now, or you're probably one of these people, Star Wars fans are rabid fans. They know everything about the franchise, and they're very particular about details. And if you miss details, they like hound you, and it scares me. And I don't know why I took on this project not realizing that, but it's totally gonna happen, and I'm freaking out. So I just want to say none of this stuff is like perfect. It's near perfection from what I can do. That's as best as I can do. It's not going to be exactly on. Like, as you can tell, I can't twist rooms as well as what the real Millennium Falcon has, because first of all, I don't have rounded walls. And that is like the biggest thing that messes it up, is I can't do stuff like that. And then, if you don't know this about Sims 4, if you do diagonal rooms, it's hard to lay out like furniture, I guess. It doesn't sit right. And even walls, as you can sometimes see, it's hard to get them to function the way you want them to function, because they don't have enough programming into the game where you can have more freeform as to where you can place things and how it can lay out on a wall. So I tried for phase 2 to keep everything more straight, and it'll be a lot nicer looking than if I try to keep it accurate as to the film, if that makes any sense. So yeah, please be nice to me in the comments and the likes, because it's just, I'm trying so hard. I'm like extremely excited that I'm doing this, but I'm also extremely nervous. So yeah, okay, I'm glad I got that out of the way. But this bottom part, as you can tell, I've been working on it forever in the video. It was a pain in the butt. I'm trying to make rooms as accurately large as possible, and then I had a huge time with the bunker room over to the left. As you can see, it finally looks somewhere where I want it to look, but I didn't want rooms and hallways to be too far away from each other, because then you just, it would kill me. Like, I get very perfectionist when it comes to like anything artsy, this is definitely artsy to me, so I want it to be as accurate as I can, but also as functional as possible. So it's give and take. I think I had to give up on the hallway because that hallway is way too large if you look at blueprints comparably to this build. But there's just really nothing I can do to move it up, because then all the rooms start to look way off if I move walls up. If I figure out a way from this point to the fixing of what I have here now, you'll see it later and I'll probably talk about it. But yeah, that took maybe 5 minutes to get through, but it took me hours to get completed, and it was just crazy. So now we're working on the final room touch-ups. This one was kind of hard because it got a little funky towards the end here. I'm trying to figure out how big I want this room, because it's really another non-functional room, sim related wise, so I didn't want it to be too big. But right now I'm trying to get that centerpiece, which I don't even know what's in the center yet. It's like the hatch that he goes down, and that was my phone. We're just going to ignore that. And I'm trying to build it, but it has to line up with the what would I call it? The driving room hallway. That is completely wrong. There's probably a different way to say that, but it lines up with that because that's accurate to how it is in the movies. So I got that there, and then I decided I'd delete everything in the hallway and then redo it. So the closet that's kind of across from the big area in the bottom, it's totally out of where it needs to be, but in the end, this is the best way to do it for me, because the hallway isn't too big and it's not too small, but it has everything that the blueprints have, essentially. So yeah, it's a little crazy. And the video's about to end in 18 seconds, so I have to sign off here. We're not really missing too much. I'm just fixing some of the outside parts and just checking on things. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye!